Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Rising Up, and this is actually the very first video for this channel. Alright, so what I want you to take away from this channel is every week we're going to have an aim for at least two videos centered around the entire concept that this channel hopes to accomplish, and that is both personal and professional development. Alright, I kind of came to the conclusion that this is something that's kind of missing. At least it was with me, and I kind of suspect that a lot of people are going to benefit from this channel. I think that it's a variety of issues, but I think most of it is just us not knowing truly what kind of things to look forward to, goals, both short-term and long-term, to set for ourselves, how to get the most out of life, and things of that nature. I think that's because we are nowadays mostly coming from single-parent homes or from parents that unfortunately are living, that 9-to-5 work day, and they don't have a whole lot of time to kind of educate and do actual parenting. And so who does it is the TV. And this is the stuff you won't find on TV. You might not find as easily on the internet, okay? So let's get into it. Alright, so I've kind of been thinking about this channel for the last couple of years, and it kind of all started when I discovered this quote that I'm going to read to you guys, alright? Alright, so it goes like this. It says, "The superior man is he who develops in harmonious proportions his moral, intellectual, and physical nature." Okay, that quote is by Jerrold. And I actually discovered that, like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years. And it's something that I try to always keep in the back of my mind. And it's something that has really helped me get to the point where I am now, and I'm going to keep improving. We all constantly can improve, but this quote to me, first off, speaks to both men and women. You got to understand that sometimes language where it says man, it wasn't just meant for man. It's talking about mankind as a whole, and mankind as a whole is comprised of men and women. Alright, so harmonious proportions, developing yourself in harmonious proportions in the areas of moral, intellectual, and physical nature. To me, okay, that is essentially becoming the nerd slash Poindexter, the jock, and the goody two-shoes all rolled into one, except on a scale where they live in a harmonious nature. If I take one aspect here and I take one from over here, okay, the machine keeps running, okay? Just because I have developed myself to that level. And I think that is what is missing. We are not all aspiring to be the best versions of ourselves. Maybe it's because we don't know how to achieve that, alright? Or maybe it's because people really don't know themselves. We spend a lot of time in our younger and teenage years, those formidable years, trying to figure out what we know. And then we get older and we find out we actually don't know jack. Then we get even older, and we realize we still don't know jack, but we reached up to an age where people think that we know a little bit of jack. In reality, we still don't know jack. And so this is what is the dilemma, and this is what happens too when people get involved because they make stupid decisions, or they're just out of destitute and desperate times, that they gravitate towards crime or something in some cases, or a person passes away, where then we're left with a home where we have a single parent trying to make ends meet, and then at the same time do some kind of parenting, and we lose a plethora of knowledge that otherwise would be handed down to our children, but it's not, because we're missing those fathers or those mothers, okay, or somebody, maybe both, and we're raised by grandparents that give us advice for different times that we're living in now, okay? So what you need to focus on is how you can become the best version of yourself, all right? And we can do this by becoming subject matter experts in our bodies, getting to know our bodies and arriving at a state where we feel we really know what the limits and capabilities of our form, our body are, how I can use my body to play different sports or to accomplish different tasks and activities, etc. Okay, then assessing my intelligence, figuring out what kind of areas interest me as far as subject matter. Okay, which ones I really don't have a whole lot of interest, but still might help me accomplish my personal and professional goals. Okay, it might behoove, if I want to be a zoologist, okay, and I'm not even in college yet, well, it might behoove me to figure out how well I have to place in my high school setting in those areas of math and science to even be considered to have the right grades to pursue that typical that type of major. You see what I'm saying? Everything connects. Everything is connected. Okay, so if I'm trying to perfect my intellectual nature, I need to figure out, what kind of level of intelligence do I have? How does my mind work? How best do I learn subjects? Do I learn visually? Do I prefer a more hands-on approach? Do I like just listening audibly from an instructor or a teacher, etc., etc.? Okay, and then when we get to the areas of moral, how do I want to be treated? How do I want to treat others? How do I want to be perceived? How do I want to react to these scenarios or these ones or that ones that I may or may not encounter? Okay? What kind of standard do I hold myself at? How do I conduct myself? Is that gaining and garnering the right attention and respect back? These are what's going to help you to become the best version of yourself. Now, I know this is a lot to take in. This is the very first video, but we are going to do it together. We are going to rise up together. And that's what this channel is about, and it's aptly named just because I think that we can all rise to the occasion. Whatever that occasion is, when it's presented to us, we can all be the heroes of our own story. We can rise up from our past circumstances and our struggles. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I know that this is really like niche manner. I know that it's a lot to take in, but just rewatch this video a couple times. Look up that quote by by Douglas Jerrold. Alright, and it's gonna all make sense. Once I upload this video, I'm gonna make sure that I put like a link to that quote, and I look forward to seeing a lot of you guys subscribe, help me get out the word, and really make this channel one that we all can learn from and flourish from, okay? Alright, thank you guys so much for hearing me out. Let's rise up together.